Welcome back once again. Welcome to the Linux video series. As with the reference of the previous video, from the last video we are watching, that is manipulation of the logical volumes. Into the previous video we have seen how to resize, in that how to extend the size of the logical volumes. Here we have utilized the feature of the logical volume manager, that is the logical volumes can be resized at any time So here in this video we are going to see the reduction or reducing the logical volume. As for the previous scenario, as with the scenario of the last video, we have extended the size of the home partition till 650 MB. That was the extending of the logical volume. In this scenario we will see the reduction or reducing logical volume. So for this we need a scenario which will give us a better idea, which will give us a clear vision of reducing the logical volumes. In that we will see first of all this scenario. I will read it. Resize the file system /opt from its current size of 300 MB to the 200 MB. Do not lose any data while performing this resizing. As this caution we have got into our previous video also. As a responsible administrator, I want to tell you again that we must be careful about our data which is placed on our file systems. While dealing with the file systems, while dealing with the partitions, while dealing with while resizing them, we must be careful that the data should not be lost. Here, to implement this scenario or to complete this scenario, we have to resize our logical volume, which will be the storage of the OPT from 300 MB to 200 MB. For doing this, first of all we should have to gather information about the logical volume. Now first of all we have to fire some commands which will give us information about the OPT directory. So first of all df-h will show us what kind of a storage is allocated to the /opt. Is it a LVM or is it a standard partition? If it is an LVM, then we can resize it, otherwise there is no chance to resize that OPT directory. Now if we got, that is the OPT, if the OPT is mounted onto the LVM or OPT has a storage of LVM, then we can reduce it. So for reducing we need a command lv reduce. For resizing it, resize to fs, as we have utilized in previous command also. Also we require to unmount umount and the fsck command, fsck, which is used for scanning and recovering the corrupted block of the file system. Now these are some of the commands which we are required for doing this operation. The related files, in related files we have a file called etc/fstab. Wherever we are going to deal with the operations, or wherever we are going to deal with the partitions, most of the time we will be having the work with the file etc/fstab. Now we will move towards the actual implementation. Before going to it, I will again reread the scenario, that is resize the file system /opt from its current size 300 MB to 200 MB. Do not lose any data while performing the resizing. Okay, now I will move towards my terminal where I used to fire my commands. Clear? Okay, and now here I am gonna fire my next commands. So first of all, see OPT has which kind of storage. For this, OPT is mounted or not, that we have to see by df-h. So OPT is mounted directory, and which is having dev vg lv_opt. that means this is a LVM, this is a logical volume. So as the logical volume is there, it can be resizable. So what is the current size of this OPT? As well displayed in scenario, the current size is 300 MB, and here also we can see it is nearby 291, means nearby 300 MB. So now they want, or we want to reduce our size till 200 MB. Okay, we need to reduce the OPT size till 200 MB. So for doing this, first of all we need to unmount the OPT partition, because online reduction is not possible. Extending is possible. If the directory is mounted, to extend that there is no problem, but in order to reduce it you must have to deactivate it, means you must have to reduce the you must have to unmount the partition first, and then you can do the operations on that. Before unmounting, let me check, is there any data onto the /opt, as we have mentioned a caption, as we have mentioned a caution here that do not lose any data while performing the resizing. So let me check whether any data is there on OPT. Yeah, there are some of the files which are placed into the OPT. So first of all I will unmount this directory. Umount OPT will unmount it. Then after fire df-h. See, I am not able to see the record for the OPT which I was able to see here, but right now no, because I have fired umount /opt, so the OPT is unmounted. Now let me clear the screen once again. Okay, it is cleared. Now before actual reducing the OPT directory, let me first scan all the blocks onto that file system, so that if there are any corrupted blocks, that can be recovered, or it will not give me any problem while resizing the logical volume. So the FSCK is we use for resizing the FSCK we use for the scanning and recovering the corrupted block of the file system. So the logical volume which is the storage of OPT directory is /dev/vg/lv_opt. So I scan, the file system is scan, the blocks are scan. Now it is totally cleaned up, it is not having any kind of corrupted block. Now we will take a step ahead. So now reduce the logical volume. In order to reduce the logical volume, we need to first resize it. For that we are going to use the command resize2fs. What this command does, this command will be set up, or I will write down the full command first and then I will explain it. That will be more helpful for us. Resize2fs /dev vg lv_opt up to 200 M. What this command will say? This command will perform an operation that is resizing the file system of dev vg lv opt till 200 MB. After firing this command, whatever the size that LVM containing, whatever the size logical volume lv_opt contains, from that size it can be used, or it will be allowed to use 200 MB only. So what operating system will does? It will collect the data which is spreaded all over the 300 MB and put it into the 200 MB so that it will be utilized. By doing this, we will preserve our data. I hit the enter. So it is saying me to run the e2fsck-f first to scan the file system. Means by the fsck command it had not done. Then I will fire the e2fsck-f /dev vg lv_opt. It is now cleaned up. Okay, I will write down this command here. If suppose fsck is not working, so you can fire e2fsck-f. e2fsck, this command you can use along with the option -f. So now the file system is clean. So now I can fire again resize2fs /dev vg lv_opt till up to 200 M. Now it has been resized. After resizing, I can actually reduce the logical volume. For that I need a command lv_reduce -L up to 200 M /dev vg LV underscore OPT. Once I fire up this, it will give me a warning message that reducing your logical volume may destroy your data. As we have already fired resize to FS, that's why our all data which is spread over the 300 MB has been collected into the 200 MB, so that we don't have any danger of reducing data. So with the confidence we can give -y, we can give Y option here, and we can press enter. So reducing logical volume LV OPT up to 200 MB. So it has been reduced to the 200 MB. Now again fire the command mount -a and then fire df-h to check whether it is really reduced or not. So if I do this, see, it is 194 MB. Okay, means it is reduced till 200 MB. We can also fire LV display. To see that. See, DEV VG LV OPT. What is the LV size right now? 200 MB. So our operation has been done, but still one thing is remaining to check whether we have lost the data or not. For that, ls/opt, we have all files saved. So it means that we have successfully reduced logical volume. We have successfully reduced the OPT directory from 300 MB to 200 MB, and our all data is secure. So this is what the operation regarding reducing the logical volume. So by utilizing these two videos, we have utilized the features of the logical volume manager. Or what is the feature? That the logical volumes can be extended or reduced at any time. Okay, thank you so much for this video, and we will see the rest of the concepts in next video. Thank you.